All right, next up is Oh Happy Day. And then you're also gonna cut the Hip Hip Hooray out of here. So this is a super cute, fun card. I've already kind of done the scallop embossing for you on here. So you may or may not have to trim this before you do it. If you do, I would just like dry fit everything and see. It looks like this one's okay. But when you're doing the die cutting on the edge, they can move a little bit around. So I'm gonna go ahead, mine looks okay. I'm gonna go ahead and center this on the, oh, what's this color? It's a new color. It's called Lemon Lime Twist. I just love the colors in this. You know I love bright colors. So anyways, like that. And then for this one, a little bit on the back there. When I was doing this one, I noticed I needed to bump it to the top so you could see the border at the bottom, so it looked like it was all even. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Now, before I put that down, this is where tear and tape is really good. You probably just want to put a piece of tear and tape in here because it's quick, it's efficient, and it's super sticky. I'm not getting my edge off. I bragged on how great it was, and then I'm struggling there. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down. It'll hold it really well. The other thing I have is this little strip here, and I'm gonna decide where I want my Hip Hip Hooray. I noticed like right here on the top, it's perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop that off. And if you don't like it, you can sure get the Hip Hip Hooray all over the place in here. So I'm just gonna start and cut off in between. Hip, hip. Okay. So I'm just gonna start here, and your piece is gonna be way bigger than you need. So we'll put a little adhesive on there. And I'm gonna center it on there. Okay, there's my hip, there's my hip, my second hip. You can put whatever order you want. Hooray, okay. And then the hoorays right here. So we have hip, hip, hooray. Okay, so we wanna cut this down. The first thing that I'm gonna do is probably cut a little bit off the edge. And then I'm gonna look at the center and I'm gonna just do a quick snip. So that gives you a guide to cut your flag. A little snip at the center and then cut up to that center point. And you have a perfect little flag every single time, okay? So that is going to go on the front when we put our card together. Then the other piece that we're gonna do is we have some little flags, and those little flags are coming from this piece right here, and we're gonna have to make our own little flag because it only has one flag end, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut off the one flag end, and then I'm gonna do the same thing that I just said on the other ones. Is I'm gonna put a little snip, and I'm gonna cut up and cut up, okay? And then I'm gonna piece those together. Now I'm gonna need a little glue dot on the front of these because the adhesive's on the back. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and attach this underneath there for my little flag tails. So stinking cute. Oh, get that on there, okay? The other thing I'm likely gonna do on this one to help just kind of stabilize that a little bit more is I'm gonna throw a dimensional there, because this one, of course, is getting dimensional labels, or the, you know, needs some height, needs some dimension. It's a way of creating texture without everything being flat, okay? So we're gonna take this and decide where we want it. Oh, but before we do that, we forgot our ribbon. I'm not totally together tonight, I will tell you. I was supposed to start these videos last night, and I haven't been feeling super awesome. I didn't feel good at all last night, and so I didn't get them done. And so now I'm having to do This is where Last Minute Elizabeth comes in. I'm gonna take, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have this handy dandy piece here too, because I have adhesive on the back. So having like this silicone piece is super helpful. So it won't stick everywhere and I won't mess up all that adhesive I put on the back. Okay. So I'm gonna awkwardly tie this bow. Ooh, so stinking cute. Okay. That on the side, and then that's gonna come right off that silicone thing. How handy is that? And then I'm gonna add some more dimensionals where I had ribbon. Again, because it goes on the ribbon, it's a little wonky, so we're just gonna put some, what the heck's going on here? There we go. Get all those off, and then we're just gonna decide how we want this on here. I'm gonna go ahead and center it. And then I'm gonna take my Hip Hip Hooray and also get some dimensionals. Now these are only gonna go on this side because the other side's kind of hanging off and it'll be a little wonky if you try to put them there. But we'll just go ahead and put those where it lines up towards the edge. There we go. Now, guess what? All this card needs some stickers. Needs a little star. We're gonna put this little star here. Number 1. Oh, we need another star. We're gonna do this star up here. Okay. There's a lot of stars. Those are super cute. And then we are going to blingify it. Let's put some bling on these stars. Or next to the stars. This is a baby bling. And maybe another little baby bling off to the side up here. Okay. I know I'm kind of weird acting in the 3. So there you go. That's your last, that's the last of that card. Not the last card. I got more cards to go.